So happy Valentine's Day, everybody, and welcome to this special guided meditation on slowing down to the speed of love. And I wanted to share this today, especially because I just notice more and more how many of my clients have been experiencing life in a rushed, urgent way, and then experiencing relationships that aren't quite as rich as they once were or could be. And I've had experience of that in my own life in the past, not understanding how the mind works at the time. It was very easy for me to fall out of love with my business, my partner at the time, my life in general. And in what I share today, I really hope that it helps you to just experience this beautiful feeling of love that you are, that we all are at our core, when we're not getting lost in the busyness of our insecure minds. So one of the reasons that we want to slow down to the speed of love rather than keep speeding up in our world is because that feeling brings great healing to ourselves, to our body, to those we're working with, to those that we're surrounded by. That feeling of love carries us through any challenge, through grief, through loss, through worry and stress. And it's always so interesting to me that humans are the only species to speed up when they get scared or lost. If you look at animals in the wild, when they get lost, they stop still and they regain their bearings, sensing the right direction to go in. And I just think that's pretty fascinating, that what do we do innocently when we get scared or lost? We speed up. And in our speeding up, we experience anything but a feeling of love. Suddenly, those that we do love appear like annoying to us, or we get irritated by them. Suddenly, that feeling of love is just eluding us because we're living life with a gun to our head, scaring ourselves about the future, scaring ourselves about our image, our health, the symptoms in our body, our bank accounts. So innocent, but all that leading to a mind that's going so fast and is so full. So slowing down to the speed of love is less about removing things from our schedule, and it's more about getting a freedom from the insecure thoughts in our head that are convincing us that we need to do everything right now, pay attention to this, be urgent. Those thoughts that are judgmental in nature, those thoughts that are always analyzing, always looking at the problem. All of that is an overactive mind. And there's been nothing more helpful in my life and in my relationship at the time to have gotten some space from that level of insecure thinking, from that overactive, busy mind. In slowing down to the speed of love, which is a gentler speed, which is a feeling of possibility and miracles and well-being and trust. In slowing down to that, we show up differently in our relationships. We have the experience of being present to those we love. And even if we're not in relationship with someone else, we reap the rewards of just living in a beautiful feeling that the world can't help but notice, and that the body is thankful for. If we could bottle this feeling up and sell it as a tonic, we would put all sorts of plastic surgery and Botox and all that stuff that's going on out of business, because this feeling gives us beauty, youthfulness, gentleness, easiness, gives us our true self. And it's innocent that we don't always live in that feeling. But I'm blessed to be in this world to support clients in tapping back into that feeling and slowing down to the speed of love so they can fall back in love with their lives, their businesses, their careers, their relationships, and stop scaring themselves so much. And from that place, everything gets taken care of. There's so much less cleaning up to do from that place. A lot less damage control, especially where relationships are concerned. So in our meditation today, as we literally slow down to the speed of love, you're going to drop into a beautiful, loving feeling. And for those of you that are so worried about, well, if I slow down, Grace, I'm worried I won't get anything done. Or how can I operate in the world if I'm at a slower pace? The opposite is true. As we slow down to the speed of love, as our busy minds get a little bit quieter, a little gentler, a little freer, we have so much more capacity. Have you ever been so grateful that you sat in a meditation for a little bit, or you got quiet for a little bit, because in that quiet, you suddenly remembered what you needed to address? Maybe someone popped into your head that you've been meaning to call, or maybe you suddenly remembered an idea that you had and you hadn't implemented yet. In our slowing down, we have access to so much more wisdom, so many more solutions that don't come from a place of thinking up solutions and ideas, but come from a place of getting down solutions and ideas. I used to be someone who thought up a lot of my business direction. And boy, was that effortful. I really thought I had to spend a lot of time thinking about my business for it to work. And in slowing down to the speed of love, which really means in getting some space from this busy mind, this insecure mind, I noticed over time that instead of thinking up things to offer, to create, to do, to address, I received the downloads, I got it down, and boy, did life and business get easier. Because we have access to this incredible, powerful wisdom that is just one thought beyond the busy mind. So in case you're still not so convinced about why bother slowing down to the speed of love, take a moment and consider what it would mean for your life What's important to you? If you were living less with a gun to your head, less urgent, less overwhelmed with thoughts, what might be different? I know for me that I was sure glad to understand this and come across this and get freedom from that busy mind, because it meant the last 5 years of my relationship with my partner, Francesco, were the best 5 years out of all 15 years, the best 5 years of our time together before he died. And I sometimes think, wow, if I hadn't have gotten that space, I probably would have continued to live in resistance to his love. I probably would have continued to think that the best idea that I was thinking up was to leave. But in your life, there might be something that if you could just get a little bit of a quieter experience of being you, something would be so different. And in your heart, you'll know what that is. So let's go into this beautiful meditation. And I just encourage you to switch off whatever might be on. And you can feel free to just sit or to lie down, whatever feels right. And let's just be guided into this feeling of love. So closing our eyes now, and if you can, it's best to have 2 feet on the ground where you can feel them unless you're lying down. And just begin by taking some breaths in and out. Letting yourself be here to receive the miracle of love on this Valentine's Day. Noticing the feeling of your body, the support of your back, the gentleness with which you can begin to breathe. Using the count of 4, in through the nose, 2, 3, 4, and out through the nose or the mouth, 2, 3, 4. In through the nose, 2, 3, 4, and out through the nose or the mouth, 2, 3, 4. Feeling yourself become present, and keep that rhythm going for a couple of minutes now. Feeling your body relax as the breath goes in and out. And you might notice your mind jumping ahead, but just come back. You might notice all the things you have to do after this or haven't got to. Just come back. Keep breathing in that beautiful rhythm of 4. In through the nose, 2, 3, 4, and out through the nose or the mouth, 2, 3, 4. Feel your shoulders begin to fall and relax. And set a gentle intention. Where do you want to experience more love or a falling back in love? Regardless how hopeless it looks to you, just set the intention now that through this guided meditation, you will be supported in experiencing that love in that area once more. And now see roots coming from your feet down through the ground, down into the underground, and right down to that rock at the bottom of the earth, and wrap those roots around that rock. Totally supported. This rock emanates beautiful golden energy. And it moves this energy up now through the rock, through the roots, through the underground, through the ground, through your floorboards and up into your feet. See this golden light circling your ankles and your feet. And let this light heal you. Fill every cell of your body with this light as we move up together from the ankles, moving up, seeing the golden light, moving up to the kneecaps, and seeing the golden light continuing to move now up to the body, up through the thighs, all the way up through every cell, through the torso, and the spine, the sexual organs, the rib cage, up into the chest, around the heart, up into the shoulders, and around the neck, and on up into the head, all the way up and out through the hair, and down through the back of the neck, back of the shoulders, along the arms and down through the arms, right out through the hands, the fingertips. So you're totally bathed in this elixir of golden light. Breathe deeply into this light. Let it slow you and heal you. And if there's anywhere in your body that's particularly painful at the moment, send that light to that area. See it throbbing like a love heart, if you like, around that area. Now, in your mind's eye, just visualize this beautiful golden path in front of you. And you're going to allow yourself to step onto that path. This is the path of your heart. And as you walk along that path, just notice how you feel. Any images that come to you. Anything your heart is wanting to tell you. Sometimes we find it difficult to follow our heart. We don't want to disappoint others. We put a gun to our head about what it might cost us if we were to truly follow what our heart would like. And other times we just innocently complicate things. In my own life, I was trying to find the best diet, only to discover in meditation that I was told, just eat what makes your heart sing. How simple. So sometimes our heart just is trying to guide us and lead us, and we're getting lost in a world of noise and formulas and how to do things and the best way to do it. And this is how other people did it. And we want to come away from that noise, back to our heart. So as you walk this path of your heart, just see where it's leading you without judging. Just notice. We often know our heart's desire by the feeling of relief or easiness, sometimes excitement, other times just, oh, that feels better. Now, if there's someone in your heart or on your heart that you want to extend this feeling of love to, maybe it's someone you've been having a difficult time with. Maybe it's someone who's passed on. Maybe it's someone you're worried about. From this space you're currently vibrating from, send this loving heart energy to that person or persons just now. Visualize the golden light going to them. And if it's a relationship that you feel in your heart it's ready to end, just allow that energy to go to that person. Nothing to do, no decision to make, nothing to say. Just send that energy for now. Come back to the breath. letting it support you, letting it guide you. Letting yourself experience the fullness of the feeling of slowing down to the speed of love. Love isn't urgent. It doesn't make you rush. It doesn't put a gun to your head about time or money or image or health. So often when we're trying to make decisions, we're trying to make them from a place that's impatient or urgent. And instead, a better way forward is to simply ask in your quiet space, what would love do about this situation? So let's take an area of your life now where perhaps you have been worrying or wanting some clarity on, or something that's just been going over and over on your mind. And rather than repeat the cycle, constantly going down the rabbit hole of, should I go this way or that way? Should I do this or that? Instead of swinging that pendulum on both ends, just get quiet now and ask, what would love do? And trust that whether you hear something or see something or just get a knowing, and know that you can also get answers in your sleep tonight. The key here is to see when you're getting lost in constant thoughts, constantly trying to figure out or find out or discover or learn or improve, and to realize there's no juice in all that thinking. That as you slow down to the speed of love and your mind quietens down ever so gently, the clarity you're seeking comes through. You either just know what to do or what not to do, or you find that life provides a solution, a person, a situation for you. Our job is to just stop the human mind running so wildly and the human heart beating so hardly, and to just come back to a less full-minded experience of life. So now just see yourself walking back down the golden path, knowing that in walking that path, you're touching alignment, following your heart, and moving along the path, stepping down a couple of little steps back into your body here and now, feeling yourself in your body. Allowing yourself to experience this lovely feeling of love. For those of you suffering loss or grief, for those of you experiencing low moods, difficult challenges, just know time is not the great healer. Love is. As you touch this space of love, everything is taken care of. Life just gets better and better. Messes get cleaned up easily. And we just have a gentler experience of you. So begin to just gently move your fingers and toes. And if you want to, you can also be moving your shoulders and your neck. You're just coming back into the body a little more. And still surrounded and enveloped with this gorgeous healing elixir of light. See roots now coming from your feet, down through the ground, down into the underground, and right down to that rock at the bottom of the earth. And wrap those roots around that rock. This is a very good moment now at this highest vibration and alignment to call on your spiritual team, to invite your spiritual team to support you with anything that you've trying to be efforting alone on. So just take a moment to ask for help. And know that when you ask, it is given. You can sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of your day. Simply being aware for the help, the support, the miracle that you've been intending and asking for. Gently come back now, moving your body however you'd like to, opening your eyes, gently being here. And if anything occurred in the meditation that you particularly want to write down, you can do that now. But please know that the soul doesn't forget. Only the intellect does. Only a busy mind forgets. I would encourage you not to rush into your next activity. If you can take 5 minutes, allow that and give yourself permission on this Valentine's Day to be your own Valentine, to love up on yourself rather than to keep judging up on yourself. to relax into life rather than continue to effort on your own back. And as I mentioned at the beginning, you know, this recording will be available on YouTube for you to see. And there's a lot of free videos there to support you on your journey. If you'd like to take this exploration deeper, I'm very happy to announce a new workshop called Be Less Busy. And that's coming up February 23rd. I'll provide a link just here with some overview of what's involved. And you can have a look at that. But if you'd like to take this slowing down to the speed of love to a deeper level, I'm going to be offering the opportunity for us to just go deeper in the exploration of how the mind really works and to support you in getting freedom from Bob, the drunk guy in your head, because that's the busiest voice in there. And so as I support you with that through the workshop, you can expect to fall back in love with many areas of your life, particularly to find a renewed passion with your work and with yourself. So I'll just post the link here. The workshop's now available. And if that speaks to your heart, come and join us for that exploration. So thank you for being here, everybody. And it's beautiful to have spent part of my Valentine's Day with you all. I hope this was helpful. And you can reach out anytime on gracefulcoaching@gmail.com. Lots of love, everybody.